A few weeks ago, I spoke about filming from a secret location. We're back in our secret location, and Johannes is going to tell us loads more about that.
So it is my privilege to make the big reveal to all of you. So I'm going to get straight on with it. The big reveal is that One Hope has just bought this incredible house. So I'm going to share a little bit of the backstory with you, and then we're going to walk you through the house and we're going to tell you a little bit about the house. So about 4 years ago, or just over 4 years ago, we were given 2 incredible donations, and those donations were earmarked for a property for One Hope. Now, as many of you can imagine, the cost of property in Stellenbosch is really expensive, so a Sunday meeting venue was completely out of the question for us. So what we were primarily looking for was a midweek meeting space and an office space. And over the past 4 years, we've looked at multiple different places, and the doors were closing. Every place we looked at, we just could not find the right place. But finally now, just about when we had given up and we were wondering if God maybe didn't have another intention for this money, finally this most amazing place has become available. So Janet Rawlings is moving to Cape Town, and her house came on the market, and we have now bought this house. Okay, so come with me and let's go and have a look at the house. Okay, so we've got 3 purposes that we would like to use this house for. The first one is for a house for the couple leading One Hope to live in, and currently that will be the Hoatsons. So this house is going to be an amazing house for the Hoatsons to live in. With all their many children, there is plenty of space for that. And then the second purpose is going to be for an office, for the church office, and we're going to show you that space later, and then for a smaller midweek meeting space. So let's just take a small walk through this living area downstairs, and we're going to take a quick look up to the bedrooms upstairs, and let's see what this living area for the Hoatsons is all about. So here we are in the master bedroom, and I want to take this opportunity to tell you briefly about the decision-making process that we took when we were thinking about this building. So we started with the elder team, and the elder team first discussed it and prayerfully considered it. Then we took it to our finance committee, who went through the same procedure, and from there we took it to an outside team, and Steph Kramer, the pastor of New Gen Somerset West, was really instrumental and spent a lot of time there processing this with us. And finally we took it to a broader new One Hope leadership team. And across the board there were no major concerns, and we really had a strong sense across the board that this was the property that God had for us. Right, so here we are at the back of the house. What you can see behind me here is the 4-car garage, which we're going to use as a midweek meeting space, and we will show you the inside of that just now. And above that there we've got the church office. Now what's really wonderful and what makes this venue ideal is that we obviously don't want to disturb the neighbors at all, so we've got a lovely private entrance at the back here with plenty of off-street parking. And then also from the Hoatsons' point of view, there's a totally separate entrance at the back here, both for this garage that we'll be using as a meeting space and for the offices upstairs. So the church space is separate from the Hoatsons' personal home space, which will be on that side. So that's a wonderful attribute of this house. Right, here we are in the open plan space above the garage. This is the space that we're going to be using as a church office, and as you can see, it comes complete with a small kitchenette, so this is absolutely ideal. So this is where our church staff will be, and our volunteers. They will work from this space as a midweek office space. Here we are in the 4-car garage. This we are going to convert and use as a meeting space. So you need to use your imagination here. We're going to be bricking up all of those garage doors, putting some doors and windows in, maybe putting a nice through door over on that side through to the window. So this is going to be a midweek meeting space. It's going to be multifunctional, so it can be used for counseling sessions, it can be used for staff meetings, it can be used for a Friday night youth group, it can be used for midweek life groups, or it could be used for alpha groups, so it's going to be a multifunctional meeting space. Now, what's really incredible is that from a budgetary point of view, this house is absolutely perfect, so that the gifts that we were given and the amount in the building fund was enough to buy the house, and it's also enough to fund the renovations that we'd like to do. So you'll see that this house has got a thatched roof. The thatched is really old and it is pretty much due for replacement. So we are going to put a tiled roof on, and then we are going to make some other adjustments, particularly to that meeting space in the 4-car garage downstairs. So the finances are enough to pay for the buying of the house and all the renovations. And then we will have some other cost savings as well. The Hoatsons will be paying a rental to stay in the house, and we won't have the expense of renting a church office anymore. So financially, it's absolutely an ideal solution. So I'd just like to share with you a prophecy that we received in 2018, which we feel is relevant to this house. So the prophecy we received is this: in terms of a season of coming into maturity, I see a flag being hammered into the ground. I'm not sure where you are currently meeting or whether there is a sense of stability there, but I just feel like God is going to give you a place to hammer a flag in the ground, a place that would bring a sense of permanence. At the same time, I feel like there's something in you as a people that cuts against ostentatiousness, and your home will reflect your church personality. There's something real, something vulnerable, something organic, something beautiful. There's a focus of the real relationships, real community, real family, and this is going to be reflected in your location. It's not going to be just a regular 4-walled warehouse type building. I feel you need to dream for something that reflects you. I feel that your location will also speak to your calling. I get a sense in my spirit that you have begun as a church with a student focus, and although you will continue to see growth in a number of students coming into the church, I believe at this time there is a transition to being a family church. So we just feel that prophecy just speaks so beautifully into the vision that we have for this house, and we feel that this house is part of this prophecy coming into fruition. So we really thank God for that.
Isn't that the most amazing story? And I'm just so thankful for the faithfulness of God in leading us in this whole process. Love you guys loads and see you soon.